Hello, hello, hello. Alright, sorry. I hit go live. I'm kind of seriously ready-ish, so figured I'd just hit the button. I could worry about getting all the other things situated. Actually, I'm more or less ready. I just gotta make silly posts. At least that's how X would like me to do it. Jungle Cave, serious attempt this time. Seriously on Ragnarok, private server, PvE. Let's go. Oop. Alright, that's taken care of. Ooh, sorry. Had some burps. Get that over here. Ah, shoot. Alright. Now, I just gotta get my game up and going. I gotta switch things over on OBS to make sure it's picking up Ark, because we'll be playing Ark tonight. Had fun playing Monster Hunter. I still have some things to get done in Monster Hunter. It's just there are a lot of things I'd like to get done on Ark, especially before random updates that I don't know exactly when will be, like when the trigger gets pulled on those. I don't know when those updates are gonna happen, you know? Whether it being Ark, being Wildcard, it could be something they pulled immediately. They could be pulling it tonight where I get kicked off. I actually don't know because they don't ever put on ETA when it comes to any of their updates. I feel like I'm safe. I feel like if anything, this update will just be postponed. So when tomorrow comes, we might just be getting messages of, hey, sorry, the update's not live yet. It's going to get postponed until X amount of or X date or whatever. You know, we're gonna get the old Ark run around with the update. Sorry, I gotta make sure things are showing up on OBS's side. There we go. Should be good now. There it is, looking fantastic. Pulling up the chats. Back in. What the heck is going? Oh, that's not supposed to happen, but that's hilarious. My fro's not supposed to be coming through this outfit. Yo, Lord Zed with the fro. We love it. I wonder if I switch... if I switch cosmetics, can I be a ranger with a fro? Boo. Well, it was funny while it lasted. And it's gone. Ooh, alright. I gotta check my trough. Oh, the dinos should be eating more or less good. Let me check the log. Make sure nobody died. Okay, Dylan. No, nobody's on right now. Oh no. Oh no, Dylan's been going through it, man. He didn't lose his. Killed by a Trudon. Damn, damn, damn. I don't know if they were on earlier. Damn, Dylan was really going through it. As long as it didn't say his dragon died, because we got him a dragon. Okay. What day number are we on in game? Day 1. Okay, so this must have been this morning or sometime earlier today. Yeah, Dylan was going through it, man. Rip our boy Dylan. That's sad. I hope he's doing all right. Emotionally, after all those losses, after all those deaths, getting arced. Check on all my creatures down here, in the deep down below. Oof. You could be turning out more oil than that, buddy. Come on now. Gotta get some more creatures over here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I gotta go feed my snails. Hopefully they don't die. I can get back to them in time. Alright. We got 3 cakes for the 3 snails. Alright. I'll trade you. There you go. Proceeds to make the most gross eating sound ever. How's your food? Good and good. Alright. Am I holding on a light source? Nope. Alright. Well, whether or not Russell jumps on or Dylan jumps on tonight, if I have to make a solid solo cave attempt run tonight, I will do so. Because I didn't get to do that last time. Last time I was going to take... last time I was going to do a serious cave attempt, got distracted by taming a bunch of wyverns. It was a lot of fun, though. That's what matters most. We had a good time. Doing the trench runs with pteranodons. So right now, just gotta prep, gotta make some things. You know what I've really been slacking on making is my industrial cooker. Industrial cooker, man. There it is. I was hoping it was gonna be just right. I mean, I can place it in here at an angle. You know what? Alright. Yep. Yes. I don't like it. Alright. No, sir, I do not like it. Does this need a... I think it needs to be on some type of foundation. Answer is, it indeed does. I can always extend that out. I think that's exactly what I will do. What we got in here? Nothing. Okay, cool. What we got in here? We have metal ceilings at all? No, but we can make them. Just make 3 for now. Hey, they're in the hot bar. Here we are. like it's still so awkward. I mean, actually, that's not bad. As long as it's connected to water. If not, I'm gonna have to not irrigate it. All right. Have to add another water irrigation to the other side over there. That's fine. Water. Ooh, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, down below here works. There we go. Powered and irrigated. I'm still barely awake. Well, thank you for joining me then. How's it going though? Aside from just waking up or just being super tired? All right, I need food. Place to set up my. I haven't even started that, but that's all right. I think I'm gonna place it over here. There we are. Goal is try to get this done in a timely manner. And the thing I need to get done is kind of have to set up my infinite berry thing. Hopefully that setup still works out really well. If I get that done and taken care of, I can start getting medical brews pumped out with relative ease. And that's really the only main struggle. Ooh, look at you with your food. Were you not eating? What's going on? Too far from the trough, maybe? Perhaps? Got off work, came home, made sure my grandma took her medicine. She's, oh no, that's so sad to hear. Turning 90 this year though, that's huge. And I'd say that's a fair reason to be tired. I appreciate you coming into the stream and hanging out with me. But yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Foundations now. There we are. The family and I brought her home from the veterans home. What's going on? That's good. That's really good to hear. It's really nice to have your family's taking her in and helping her out through those times. I'm sure it's also got to be real hard on all of you guys, but also I feel like a little bit of that also helps just being there. Let's get this. She has her moments. Clarity and knows Clarity knows who my brother, my mom, and I are. So we hold on to that for sure. That's good. That's still really good that she can retain those memories for sure. I always feel horrible when I see videos of people saying, "Oh shit." An Archie? Yeah, but that's really good to hear that she can retain the knowledge that and remember that. Oh my god. Goes all those guys right off the edge. Interesting. There you go. Some much needed and well-deserved rest. Or relaxation, for sure. Yeah, the RG was like, hey, there's a lot of things that can kill me over there. Better go mess with them. Oh, the Veil one's even down there. Damn. Right after I parked the Karka as well. Alright. Got the little Draclin on me. Oh, no way the Wyvern's coming down here, isn't it? You son of a gun. That's not what I meant. And then you two. I just gotta find out where the Veilwind went. Come on, guys. I'm trying to do important stuff. Now I'm gonna have to track down that Veilwind. Not that it's gonna be a pain, but I shouldn't have to. Is it Veil like that? It sure is. Alright, let's find out where this thing is at. Oh, come on, let me... You're joking. Tail, maybe? What the f... Dude, I'm pressing it. There we go. My... That was horrible. Okay. There's the Veilwind rocks for some reason. Ooh, I did not mean to do that. Good thing I couldn't hurt it. Yeah, the goal is to get this little, my little berry thing set up. This way I can just start making a bunch of medical brew. Wow, yeah, what is up with all the trilobites up there? That is a weird spot. And then after I get that thing set up, I can make a bunch of medical brew, maybe just a couple, and then get serious about hitting up that jungle cave and getting it taken care of. I don't know if Dylan or Russ will be on tonight, but if I'm ready, I'm just going to give it an honest attempt and see how it goes. As long as I give it a full, best of my ability try, I'll feel good about it. I'll feel good about that tonight if I can get that going. Which, I'm not going to say if. I'm going to get it going. We're doing things. We're making moves. Oh, look at this. You do gotta keep an eye on which things are outside the radius of the trough and which ones aren't. Looks like just... Well, no, even the Karka. Damn. Yup. Yeah, and I looked at the, did look at the, tribe log, and it didn't look like, I mean, I don't know, I think it was earlier today. Dylan was going through it. He died, he looked like about 6 times, so I do feel for him. I hope he, was able to recover everything he lost. And hopefully he didn't lose his, wyvern. That would suck. Alright. back to setting this up. Apparently, yeah, look at the tri-block here. Dead. He lost his cat too. And he died again. Yep. And he was going through it today. Maybe even yesterday. Yeah, not the cat. Hey, if he got the soul, he could revive it. So if he got the body, or yeah, if he was able to get the inventory, get the soul, he would be able to revive it. Hopefully, he was able to do that. I like that they added that the cats have 9 lives. It's hilarious. I don't think I needed to grab all 20, but better safe than sorry. Now, I don't exactly remember how to make this thing. I'm kind of just going in and winging it. But, you know, I'm feeling pretty comfortable about how I made it last time. Not the cat, but hopefully he was able to get the soul back. It was back when we were on the island, I saw a video on this guy making this weird weird shape building, because it was an idea I had since I found out with the carts that the creatures can pull. Do I have one on here, or do I have it in the... I think I just have it in the transmitter. But I'm going to need to pull them out anyway, so I'll probably do that right now as well. But yeah, when I was playing back on the island, I was underutilizing carts, because I was like, no, carts are dumb. They didn't work the way I was trying to get it to work. I was trying to harvest metal and throw it all on there, but the weight stays the same. All that stuff stays the same. It's not, in my eyes, I was like, that's not worth it then. And I had Voltron come in, and he was like, yo, you're using the carts wrong. And he told me about a way to do it. I tried it out, and it was with a bunch of fridges and a generator, and that's a different type of thing he made, or he saw a video on, made it, worked phenomenally. I didn't know that your feeding troughs can pull directly from whatever items are stored on top of the carts. So they kind of like act as like a little mini storage teleporter. So I had, whenever I was getting meat, throwing it on a creature that had a bunch of fridges with a generator on there to power the fridges. The fridge keeps all the meat cool, but then the trough would pull from the cold meat. So it's just like a huge storage for meat. So I was curious if the same could be done for crops. And I saw a guy do the video, and you can pull it off with crops. You just kind of need to do a little more working around with some of the items and whatnot. And yeah, it worked beautifully, and I got to get it going, and I was very happy with it. So trying to recreate that magic. So we'll see how it goes. And yes, I'm gonna be super seriously serious this time about doing the cave. Gonna make it happen. So I just got to remember exactly which ones I need to pull from and all that. Just got to remember the exact shape he had going for the contraption he made and all that. Let's see. What I need. The turtle. Oh, did I have the saddle wrong? There we go. Yeah, I suppose the only downside about doing the super serious cave attempt tonight is just I don't know if I'll be having Russell and Dylan on to do this with me as well, so none of them have appeared online so far, so it might just be solo attempt, so we'll have to do it with what we can and what we have. Metal. Oops, not needle. And walls. Ooh, I gotta check to see if I have them first. Does not look like it. Kind. More crystal. Oh crap. I was like, what the heck's going on? This turtle's following me. I feel like this is too big. I feel like I did not make it this big last time, but it might have. I might have. Do I have it backwards? Was it 5 wide and 4? I think that's probably where I'm messing this up. I'm just trying to remember correctly how I had this thing. I think I'm making it too tall, and I think I made it too narrow and too long. This isn't looking exactly right. Be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Seven, okay. 1, 2. I'll start right here. Yeah, I think I did it wrong just now, but that's alright. I'm gonna fix it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. That sounds and looks better. Without Russell or Dylan, you got this. That's right. Why am I tripping? None of this seems right. I guess it really doesn't matter as long as I have the premise set down. Like I got the main shape and idea. It should all translate relatively well. I'm overthinking. You gotta stop and just do. was tripping. I was looking for the stairs and I was like, where the hell are they? Hmm. Alright. Just gotta make another metal tank. As I'm doing this, I'm remembering one of the changes I made was at making a lot of all these walls glass and not metal for the better greenhouse effect. But for now, this should work. I can always change that later. Yeah, the turtle. Let's see. This can go on the side. Maybe I'll hold off on this, actually. I gotta get all the berries I need. Sinus infection equals throat clearing like a truck backfiring. Oof. Those are those ones that hurt. Yeah, it's no fun. Go back and grab. Okay, we're good. Gotta get the other crop seeds. I got long grass and I think citronal. I need the saber root and rock carrot. Hopefully I'll have it. Yeah, but it's funny when coworkers jump when I clear my throat. Yeah, I bet. We're under attack. Nah, that's gotta be nuts. Alright, 1 second. Let me double check something on my end. Oh, we're good. We're good. Alright, just had to double check something. Alright. There's the rock carrot. What? I thought I had more than that. I could have swore I saw the little image. I think I'm just missing savor root. Fair enough. Let me get this all in. Disable autocraft. Whoa. Whoa. Why was that on already? Crazy. I have not, because I just started to try to get the crops out right now, so I'll have to try that out once I get them produced. Speaking of which, I can start laying some of them down over here. Oh, I lied actually. fertilizer. Yo! What's up, Voltron? How's it going? Alpha has a bone to pick with you. So do I. I told him you're not a Superman fan. Hey. It's not my fault. He's not a fun character, okay? At least depicted. He's not depicted as a fun character, okay? Are you gonna bring him in here? Get him! There's something soothing about the tech replicator just humming. You know, sometimes it's nice and other times I'm like, God damn, it's so loud. Yes, Batman. I do like Batman. Batman in my eyes is a more interesting character, okay? I guess I do 9. Oh my god. How'd you do that? He said shake my head. Mara said Batman has parental issues and adopting mostly orphaned kids to train to fight crime. That's right. That's real right. See, the way I see it, alright? Batman has to overcome, regardless of what it is, he has to overcome his adversaries with his wit and, you know, his smarts and his techniques and all that. Superman, when he overcomes his adversaries, it's like, oh, dude, I totally forgot I could just do this with the snap of my finger. I was just screwing around, apparently. You know, that's where Superman doesn't sit right with me. It just doesn't feel earned. His victories don't feel earned. Batman and Superman are boys. They are totally bros. They are totally bros. So when you have a character whose limitations are only, I didn't know I couldn't do that, versus I'm going to triumph because I'm going to use my wit and skills to overcome, that sits better with me, you know? That's why I like Goku more than Superman as far as alien come to Earth to fight the forces of evil. Because Goku's is just, I gotta train harder. You don't have a favorite superhero? It's not even my favorite DC hero. My favorite DC hero is Raven. Just because I think she's cool. And she's part of the Teen Titans, and Teen Titans is the greatest superhero team in DC. I said what I said. I don't really read the comics, so don't crucify me, all right? I do, however, consume the cartoons and shows. They're rolling their eyes. They're probably like, ah, one of these guys. Middle. Batman can pretty much do anything as long as the writers can semi-explain it. Superman uses his power set. He's strong, but really not the point of the character. That is actually fair. I'll give you that. But that's where it doesn't sit right with me, I suppose. I would prefer the writer to come up with a witty way for their person to triumph, even if it is just plot armor and, convenient plot devices versus he can technically do anything he wants all the time, no matter what. It's just we're gonna, because all right, when you write it, when you have a character like Superman and he has like the ability to do everything, and then it just doesn't seem fun to write a story around that, because it's like you're gonna write him into you got to write your character into some kind of struggle, right? You got to give him some type of issue to overcome, some villain to defeat, some way to go about it as a superhero. When it comes to Superman, it's more or less the people around him are in danger, not more so that he's in danger. But even then, at the end of the day, technically his kit, no matter what, when you really look into it, and since I've heard people say all the time that, like, oh, he's usually able to tap into all those powers all the time, it's just he doesn't know how far he can go. It's just weird to me. It's like, just try snapping your fingers, Superman. I don't know. He's an alien that represents the best of humanity and the best of what we can teach and inspire to do. He's heroic and deals with ethical issues most people don't have vulnerability to. Okay, that's fair. But when you have a character like that and who takes care of those things, and hey, I'll give him his props of representing the best of humanity, it just doesn't come off, or it doesn't at least get translated in my eyes as entertaining. It can be inspiring, but not entertaining. And I think that's where my line is drawn. And then Amara said, no, never mind. I had to pick one. It would probably be Hellboy from Dark Horse Comics and Starfire. Right on. Those are good picks. Not seeded, my ass. I just put seeds in these things. Liar. You're just not irrigated fast enough? What's going on here? When he has a conversation to convince a girl not to jump off a building, he could just take her down. But it's more important convincing her not to feel she should. Absolutely. And you are nailing those points in very well. But like I said, I feel like that's the issue as well. No disrespect to Superman. But I guess it is still disrespectful to call him boring. But as virtuous and awesome as those stories can be, they don't, as a superhero comic book, when I'm reading it, or if I were to be reading it or watching it, those scenarios can come off very humbling and very heartwarming. But it's just, I want to see somebody break some legs. I want to see somebody fight. I want to be entertained. Sure, there's a way you could probably write those to be more entertaining, and maybe there's a lot of those stories that Superman has gone through that are more entertaining that I just haven't seen. Yeah, it's just, it is my perspective on Superman. Yeah, I respect your synopsis of Superman, but I still think it most of the stories and shows shown of Superman that I have seen are just more or less don't translate to being super entertaining for those reasons, for some of those reasons as well. I wouldn't say all of them. Right. So, but then that's where my issue is like he wrecks those guys, but he should wreck those guys. There should never be a time where he truly is even defeated, especially with how his character and plot devices have been written for him. Because then it's like, oh, well, he's gotten hit by kryptonite before. And then it's like, yeah, but then they, in some comics and iterations of Superman, it's like, oh, wait, this kryptonite technically doesn't matter. It was more of just him still being held back by his own knowledge of his powers, I suppose. Like, he just doesn't know how far he can technically push himself is kind of how it feels every story is written about Superman. It's like, oh, I didn't think about just double jumping when I could have, because I can do that. I totally can do that. I've always been able to do that. I just didn't think about doing it in this instance. I like that pink kryptonite turns Superman fabulous, if you catch my drift. I did not know that, but that's hilarious. Yeah, basically the whole, he's a god amongst men, right? And it's like, when dealing with man problems and the heart being, you know, embodying humanity, that's great. But when it comes to basically fighting, it's like he can, in his kit, he should be able to like basically dust everybody. But it's, he's only held back by his own, the limitation of his imagination. That's what it seems like, right? Right, but I mean, like, when he's actually, like, caught in some type of, like, assumed stalemate with any of his big villains as far as when it comes to just throwing hands, right? When he's fighting, what's the dude's name? I was going to say Deathstroke, but that's not Deathstroke. What's his name? Darkseid. Like, when he's fighting Darkseid or somebody like that, and he's just going back and forth with Darkseid, eventually the fight just becomes, oh, you know, maybe I should try hitting him extra hard this time or something. And that's the way I usually see the Superman fight go down. It's like he could have done it the whole time but didn't think to go that hard or something like that. He's more Clark Kent than Superman. Batman is more Batman than Bruce Wayne. And I love that about at least those two. Just say Saitama is what Superman should be. You get emotional over his humanity with actions. Wait. You get the emotional fight over his humanity with his action. Oh, fair enough. If Superman stopped handicapping himself, then things would feel different. I guess that's what it feels like. Darkseid is more of a Justice League villain than a Superman villain. He's got hands for sure. Right, okay, well, throw me a Superman villain that throws hands. I'm trying to think of the other guy. What's the one that keeps on coming back stronger and stronger? I'm trying to think of his name. I'm gonna feel so stupid when you eventually say it. If you're gonna ever say it. I'll keep doing my thing. Not Lex Luthor. He's like evil Batman that doesn't hide behind a mask. Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor. Now, Lex Luthor is interesting. What do I need to grab here? I need to... Oh yeah, I need different seeds. I'm curious now. I'm gonna look it up. Doomsday. There we go. Lex Luthor is a good villain because Superman has to deal with him on a more ideological level. But he could throw hands with Mongol and War World 2. He's more dynamic than people think. Who, Lex Luthor, or are you talking about Superman? Superman, I get the Lex Luthor villain, or yeah, I get the whole aspect of Lex Luthor being his villain, and like it's definitely more on that humanity side, fighting, like being more virtuous, I suppose, right? He has to stay virtuous to humanity by being exposed to some of the worst of it. Amara said that she thinks that Lex is one of her favorite villains. That's fair. But I get like that whole struggle with Superman and him, like sure. But I'm like talking about like yeah, just more on the like fighting side. Like the Doomsday. When he fights somebody like Doomsday, who that is an interesting premise. Doomsday is supposed to always return back stronger, and he can't be defeated the same way he was taken out, right? Nice Lords. Oh yeah, thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, the Power Ranger skins in this game go hard. I even have the other villains. What is it? Gordo? Yeah, Goldar. My bad. I say Gordo. Yeah, it's a Rita. I hope that they drop another pack and we get Ivan Ooze. I think that'd be hilarious. Kenpachi will cut him up every time, says Dusk. I still have to watch Bleach, so I cannot 100% confirm or deny. Doomsday was created to sell comics. He's the least interesting in my opinion. Damn! Damn, that's a bold statement, but I like it. I think that's fair. Interesting. Like I said, I'm not super well versed at the his whole world and whatnot, but I am aware of these people. It's an interesting perspective. But I guess that's where we would draw the line, because it's like a villain like that gets my like, oh, okay, this is interesting. But at the same time, if Doomsday's thing is he can always return back, right? Or at least I believe that's what it is. He'll always return back. Like, he can't be killed completely, and when he comes back, he can't be defeated the same way he was defeated. So eventually, you're supposed to technically run out of ways to defeat him. And Superman being like having basically, I have an infinite kit that can take care of anything. There should be at some point, but if it's infinite, it should be able to go on for, I don't know. Maybe that's like more of a struggle that I can see that I can respect a little more, I suppose, than your average toe-to-toe villain with Superman. That's why I don't find him as interesting, though, because like that's the stuff I live for in comics, is like the throwing hands, and or at least with these comic book characters. And it could be the wrong way to look at comics, but when it comes to like comics, anime, I like a good. I love internal struggles. Don't get me wrong, internal struggles are fantastic, but I also like the actual struggle of the thrill of the fight, the techniques and fighting knowledge that these characters have and have to rely on, and what crazy way can they outsmart their opponent with their kits and all that stuff. Like that's the more so entertaining side. If I know somebody's got basically cheat codes but just doesn't remember all of the cheat codes, then that's how I see Superman when it comes to the fights that I look for and yearn for in comics and action, whatever, with my media that I consume. There's no wrong way to look at anything in entertainment. You like what you like. That's fair. Is Superman your all-time favorite comic, or I want to say hero, but like your favorite? Yeah, I don't know. Comic, story, movie, cartoon, show, whatever. Character of all time. I could just say character. Why not just say that? Yeah, Superman and Doomsday are an eternal deadlock. See, I like that. I do appreciate that part of it. But I had to make a case for the Man of Tomorrow, and he fights a very good, and his fights are very good. I respect it. I am excited about seeing this new movie. I want to go out there and check it out. I really think DC has been getting shafted in the past, but they've been making a lot of horrible decisions. I've more or less seen a lot of people at odds with James Gunn's view with Superman, and moving forward, I'm still very hopeful. I hope it succeeds because DC has so many more interesting stories to tell. I want to see a lot of these characters that I've heard about or seen things about or played games about get their own movies that they rightfully deserve. So fingers crossed it does well so we can get some good stuff, or, who knows. My three favorite are Superman, Batman, and Wolverine. Nice. You're like, I had to throw one to Marvel. I want to see more of Deadpool. I'm sure we will, Amara. There's no way they're not going to let that continue on. It's been way too successful. Or at least that movie was way too successful for them not to just do anything else with it. My favorite show of all time, it's not my favorite character, but it is my favorite show of all time, is Avatar Last Airbender. That's why I have it tattooed on my arm. Hope I can show you better. Ugh. Hold on, let me see if... I don't have my camera up. I can't even see if I'm getting the shot right or proper. Here it is. That and Naruto. Thank you. Yeah, there was a guy who specialized it who was out by where I lived, and I had to drive out to him, and he killed it. You don't like Legend of Korra? Oh, no shit. Hell yeah, Dusk. That's actually very cool. Do you have to check? Do you have like an Instagram or something linked to your profile? I should check that out. Avatar was great. Iroh is so well written. I fucking love Iroh, man. Hell yeah. It was actually funny. One of the first time I got a wyvern in this game, I named it Iroh. It was a fire wyvern. Had him for the longest time. Actually, I don't think I ever lost him. I think even when I stopped playing Evolved, it was one of the last tames I had with me for the longest time. I wish Aang didn't get roasted all the time, though. What do you mean? Just like in general or in the show? Or I think he handled his criticism well. And Korra didn't hit right. I liked Korra. I don't like her. Like, I didn't care for her as a character. I feel like she was too brazen, but I guess that plays well into her character. But I feel like she never truly learned from it. So it did kind of fall short from there. But I really loved the characters surrounding Korra and the stories, especially the villains. Korra's villains were some of the best villains we got in the Avatar universe. The shop I used to work at is a watercolor specialist. I'm old school. I don't really like I don't really like social media. I send my art to. Okay. All right, for sure, for sure. So you specialize in old school, like traditional, more or less traditional styles of tattooing. Wait, hold on. Let me reread this. The shop I used to work at is a watercolor specialist. Okay. Yeah, her villains really shine through in Korra. And Dusk, are you saying you're a watercolor specialist or the shop you used to work at? They all did watercolor specialists. I feel like I misread that. Black and gray. Oh, okay. I'm not a fan of the traditional, actually. Too 2D for me, for sure. Yeah, I'm not a big traditional fan either. We're gonna see you on Ink Master, man. I mean, that was like the only reality show I'd watch, even if it, like those interactions or whatnot would be fabricated or whatnot. It was still, the artwork was entertaining, so at least I could rely on that. All right. I gotta stop forgetting what I'm doing. Y'all giving me some interesting things to talk about tonight. Aang just lost way too many fights and he was just outshined a lot. The Boulder was the best and best voice. Dude, I love the story behind the voice for him. I love that it's mankind. And it's basically him just doing the Rock's voice. It was great. I don't think Aang lost too many fights. Aang did really good, actually. I mean, he ran away a lot, but that was like kind of like his MO. He's very evasive. Korra lost too many fights. That one for sure. I was like, dude, are you kidding me right now? I'm just getting owned with these berries right now. I like the guy who sold cabbages. Yeah, my cabbages! Cabbage man. Oh, no thanks. That show in general is bullshit, but I don't like the attention like that. One of the old man's apprentices won a season of... Oh, that's cool, though. And yeah, like I said, a lot of the shit you could tell is fabricated, especially when you have like odd cuts and it's like making it seem like people are beefing when there's no real beef. It's TV BS for sure that gets put in there. But like I said, out of any and all reality TV shows that is just fooled with majority BS, at least with Ink Masters, one of the few ones you could at least rely on the artwork being real in itself. So it was just cool. I was a big fan of the artwork and watching the artwork. Toph was a really good character. Toph, man, that's why it's one of my favorite shows of all time. I feel like every character was, especially in Avatar: Last Airbender, I feel like every character was so well written. Dave Navarro has no business judging tattoos. Oliver Peck only does traditional, so he has no right. Thank you so much. I could not stand that self-righteous prick, because I was like, dude, your tattoos are at. Anytime anybody did traditional, he just leaned to that person and was like, I love this one. I'm like, fuck you. It was one of my biggest gripes was that show. There was oh man, I already forgot his name. What was his name? There's a dude who got shafted so hard, and I feel like they were picking on him just because. Craig. They did my boy Craig bogus. But yeah, just because he didn't really do traditional style, and Oliver Peck would try to crucify you if you just didn't do what he liked, and it's like, dude, fuck you. Your art style is lame and boring. So I agree 100% with you on that. And the boulder is conflicted by how awesome Toph is. That's right. I remember finding out that it was Mankind's voice, and I was like, yes! That's how it should be done. Toph stayed true enough to her character in Legend of Korra. That's true. She said, F everybody, I'm out here in the woods. Yeah, so when Ink Master, when they, like, during COVID, they blamed it on COVID, but I know Oliver was getting canceled for blackface. I didn't even care. I was like, good, I don't care about this dude. Take him down. He's a boring dude, and he has horrible views on how tattoos should be done. I was like, good riddance, you loser. Citronal seeds, not seeded, and root. What am I missing? I'm missing long grass and savor root. Of course, do I have it? Long grass. What is up with this irrigation? It's taking forever. Oh yeah, that's what I need to do. Oh. Enable. Did I not do that yet? 9. There it goes. I would if it wasn't for this setup I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get the infinite berry thing going. I'm putting all these platforms and this little setup here, and I'm going to put the robot guy to kind of fill up each one of these crops with fertilizer. I'll put a vault out here full of fertilizer that he'll pull from, and he'll come up, run up here and fill it with fertilizer. Then we'll have the tank right here collect rainwater that's going to fill up all these crops up here, and then since it's on a cart, it will directly get pulled off of here into the troughs I'll be putting out there. I laid down because I was tired. Now I'm awake because I'm hungry. Go get yourself some food. But yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I had it working on the island, and it was beautiful. It was basically like an infinite berry farm. So I'm kind of just trying to get that redone. Wait, you don't have to constantly till them? I thought you had to constantly till them, like come back to them, till them again. Is it one time and you're just going to keep on getting more? That's fair. Where's my shovel? Did I even take my shovel with me, or do I have to make one? Nah, bro, it's just one time. Damn, I did not know that. Then yeah, I may as well be doing that. Shit. Thank you. I gotta go make one. Is it something I make in my inventory, or is it... Alright. Heading over to the replicator. Well, thank you, Dusk. Guess I'll leave it running just in case I need some odds and ends. Oh, I gotta get these rock. I totally forgot I was holding this. There you go. Oops. Just missing the saver root. Damn, dude. It's always going to be one type of seed that always eludes me whenever I'm trying to get these things set up. And I gotta go check to see if I even brought a bunch of narcotics in the transmitter. Packed a whole village in there. I should, right? Not a whole village. Ooh. Well, it looks like I'm gonna... Can I not till it since it's not on top? That's so lame. Oh, hold on. Can I get the last one? I can. Never mind, we're good. That's crazy. I thought you had to do this consistently, so I was like, nah, there's no point. But I do appreciate that. Thank you for letting me know. Alright. Now to go get some saver root. And that should be good with the crops, and I can start moving on to the berries and get them all in the medium crop plots, and hopefully I can get a good amount of them in there as well. Oh shit, you know what? Ah, damn it. Okay, how do you like Batman vs. Superman? Since Batman beat Superman, you must have thought it was pretty good. It was alright. I didn't hate it, but it wasn't like the... Well, you know, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I'm not going to say I didn't hate it. It was entertaining. I loved Henry Cavill as Superman. He was a very stoic version of Superman. He looks so good as Superman in my eyes. But even like his standalone movies, as good as they were, like I can say they were good. It's just my problem with Superman movies is like I'll say, yeah, that I had a good time watching it. It was a good movie. Is it a movie I'd watch over again? And almost always the answer is like I wouldn't go out of my way to watch that movie again. Like it's great, but it's like a good one-time watch. I want to have like a Superman movie or, yeah, just a Superman movie I can be like, yo, I want to watch that again. Like I gotta go see that one again. that? Did I just switch that? Whatever. And what did you think about Batman v Superman? Was that one of your favorites? Did you not like it because of that happening and whatnot? Okay. See, maybe that's also a fault in myself because I haven't really checked out a Superman comic. I've only ever seen Superman via movies or television shows. And that's the Superman I know, so that's the Superman I'm associating with being boring and whatnot. More or less boring. He could have great things that happen in his movies and trials and tribulations I can respect, but at the end of the day, he's not one I'd be going out of my way for based on what I've seen. Gotta stop holding random shit. Batman v Superman was okay. I was fighting. It was fitting Superman didn't want to fight back, but Batman would have been too smart to think he could just beat him in the first place. That's fair too. What do you think about Affleck as Batman? I liked him as Batman. I think he did a good job with him. I like the more hulking, or his more beefy Batman. I liked his fight sequence. That was fun. In the comics, they're much closer. The best friends and the dynamic of thought is really awesome. And the trust they have for each other is huge. Right on. Yeah, I guess that's also an unfair advantage that I also hold with Batman. I have had way more exposure to Batman. I think most people have, just in general. Even outside of just playing the games, but playing the games, I got some of the best of Batman within the Arkham games. And I know people were kind of like, oh, we were supposed to get Superman games. It's kind of sad that didn't happen. Maybe I could have gotten exposed to some of the best of Superman if done properly, but Rocksteady kind of took a hot dump on themselves, so maybe it's a good thing they didn't touch Superman, because they probably would have forefronted the worst of him. Yeah, I always respected their dynamic as well, though. Just knowing that that's the way, basically, Superman having to play. Sorry. Their whole friendship dynamic, and the whole what you said earlier. I love that about them. The whole Batman is more Batman than Bruce Wayne, and Superman's more Clark than Superman. I get that dynamic, and I love that dynamic about them when it is shown properly. It's just I haven't really seen a lot of instances where it has been shown properly. Ooh, that was not what I wanted to do. Using the wrong ceilings, okay. It's more prominent in the comics, even in the animated series. Okay, that's fair. There are some clips I'll see, but it's, once again, the stuff I've seen from the animated series of just like Superman, or if it's Justice League stuff dealing with Superman, the stuff that I've seen that I like from him is more or less when he is dealing with the day-to-day humanity struggles that he's been thrown. Like, one of the things I seen recently, and I was like, you know, I actually really like that talk he had with dudes in the movie, the new movie, Mr. Terrific. There was one in the animated series, and like their discussion going back to back. I was like, dude, I respect that. Like, it's a deep conversation, and it was well written. But once again, like, it's good, but yeah, more or less that wasn't like what I wanted to see. But I mean, not what I would casually want to see, or more or less want to see when it comes to superheroes. But I do appreciate something like that, where it's well written in that aspect. But yeah. When Superman was presumed dead, Batman didn't show up at the funeral and has a nice monologue at his statue. In the animated series or the comic? I'm assuming in the comic. Or both. Animated series, okay. And is this in the Justice League animated series, or is this in the Superman animated series? Or the Batman animated series? Alright. Now I can go get those safer routes finally. Yeah, the Justice League. Okay. Oh, and there we go. I sucked in my stubbornness and made a sandwich. Hell yeah, there you go. Now I'm wide awake. The power of the sandwich is running through you. Oh shit, you know what? Not in here. Where did I put my lights? Just make one. Oh, I won't. I want a crystal. Where the hell did I put all my lights, though? I had a bunch of them. I feel like I just put random stuff in the chicken sandwich. Hey, as long as that random stuff was edible, right? Oh yeah, we never really got a good level lightning wyvern. Rip. Oh, there they are. Oh, 'cause it's not light, it's lamppost. said you put some obtuse rubber goose green mousse guava juice. Diced pickle, sliced onion, tomato makes sense, but not the spiral pasta. We got beef against spiral pasta. Now, I've only ever seen this guy do it with, I think it was 4 or 5. Is this dropping still, or is this going? It's dropping. Is it raining, technically? Sounds like it's raining. I don't think it is, though. You can hear the thunder. Oh, you tend to choke on spiral pasta. Okay, that's fair. It is raining. Or at least to my guy. Curious if that ceiling part is blocking this from collecting the rainwater I need it to. There we go. It was. As long as it doesn't lose the greenhouse effect. Ooh, it lost a little bit. It won't work if I do that. Oh. Okay, that worked. Alright. I've never been able to figure out how to get the house bot to work. Yeah, apparently all you do is it's within the menus. Like, I didn't even do it on this one. But you gotta make sure that this is enabled, and then so the butler icon is enabled, and then you would, when add as input, the video I saw said just put this as 9 stacks, and then he'll usually fill it up. So now he knows that he needs to grab fertilizer to fill that up. I just realized I didn't do that on all of them. At least give him permission. It was a little weird to figure out the first time. Okay, that one's on. That one's on now. This one's already on. I think I'll just leave it as the 4. I don't need to get greedy with this, so I'll just leave it as the 4 crops, and then I'll get the other berries and stuff out here. Curious though. Tried to play with it a few times, but I ended up getting mad and giving it the Kampachi treatment with my sword. Hell yeah, there you go. You said Zompact no, dog. I honestly probably wouldn't have messed. Well, I was curious about like his utility, and I saw people were like, it's technically not worth it, until I saw this video, because I was curious if you could get something like this going, where getting it on a cart, but then you have that thought of, well, how would you, I mean, you could manually fill up all these things with fertilizer, but that's just another task on your hands. And then I saw the guy make it with the robot, and I was like, I did it how he had it. And the way he originally had it, he had like a whole glass entrapment box going on down here. And the idea was for him to be stuck in the box, the robot, and he was supposed to be able to fill up all of the crops from up on top of the glass, but it wasn't working for me. Like, he just phased right through the glass and would just get stuck on everything. So I had to kind of switch a couple things around with the build to make it work properly, and it ended up working well enough for me. So I was like, you know what, I'll just be content with that and be happy with it. I feel like I need to get this guy to go up a few. My only worry is I might have, well, we'll see. Hopefully that's not enough to screw it up. Okay. Oh, I guess it's the water now I need to worry about. Oh my god. Is it gonna drop? Oh no, it's going up. Alright, cool. Alright. No greenhouse effect, no greenhouse effect. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I'm trying to give him, because like I'm giving him a way up. Last time I didn't get it looking this nice because I didn't have the quarter stairs like they gave us recently, so hopefully this works a lot better. I'm not lagging out as much as I was last time I was trying to walk on here when I had that added on here. So hopefully the robot can easily access, come up here, get all the crops he needs to, because I'm not going to fill this whole thing up. I'm just going to have the like outer ring of this up to like maybe about here, just filled with different berries. And then I just need to worry about getting the greenhouse effect, and then if that works, then we're going to be in good business. Alpha, if you're still watching, do you play the Injustice games? Because that was another game I did play. Like the fighting games, Mortal Kombat style. Those were fun. I love fighting games. Oh, okay, so did you mess with Injustice? Or, yeah, in the Injustice games? Actually, I'm hopeful that we'll get another one this year, because it's been on hiatus for quite some time. We only had Injustice 1 and 2, and NetherRealms kind of skipped doing 3 to do another Mortal Kombat game. But Ed Boon stated that they haven't given up on doing Injustice games, so I have a good feeling like maybe this year during the Video Game Awards we'll get a trailer for that or something. An announcement at least. Play a lot of Street Fighter V and still Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Nice. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. And then you also play Monster Hunter. That is fair, because I had a pretty good, or I still, I have a good friend. I'm supposed to say I had a pretty good friend. No, I still have a good friend I played the Injustice games with. I just realized I'm using small crop plots. I meant to use mediums. Man, actually that might work well. Actually might work fine. Alright. I think I'm just going to keep it simple like this. We'll go 4 high as well. And hopefully I have enough for each type of berry, with giving a couple more to Titano berries. Or Tinto berries. And I really gotta... Don't worry, guys. I promise I'm gonna head out to that cave. This took a lot longer to set up than I wanted it to. I'm not happy about that, but, you know, it's kind of necessary with getting those potions in there. And chatting with you guys. It's been good talk. Am I really out of Mujo Berry seeds? That's crazy. Oops. Never able to figure... Oh wait, hold on. I tried to play with a few times, but I ended up getting mad and giving it... Oh wait, I read that already, my bad. The Injustice story mode is awesome though, yes. Injustice story mode is a lot of fun. I don't like how bogus they did Nightwing, but they killed him off too quick. You know what? I think I might just... I mean, yeah, there's no harm in just leaving it like this for right now. Grabbing my older bolts out. Grab one. Grab all the fertilizer. I don't know why I didn't transfer. Good to go. We'll get the robot out here. Come on. Come on. Come on. What is he doing? Come on, you can go around this. I promise. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. Don't walk left. There. No. Whoa! You almost got in big trouble, buddy. Alright, a little bit closer to me. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. What's he doing? Alright, 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 alright. Cool, cool. That's fine. There we go. Set him to butler mode, and he should just start going away with everything that's been programmed. He's been programmed to do. Hopefully he has a good time going up and down here. He's filling it up from here. That actually works out too. I don't care if he fills up from here. The only other one I worry about is just the main big crops. So if he can get to these ones without getting stuck or anything, we'll be eating good. Just want to make sure he's doing it right. He filled probably the bottom one. Yeah, he did. Yeah. All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, come on. Don't have a hard time. Oof. I just want to see if he can get to the big crops with no issues. Because then the next plan after get this going up would be to change the walls and the ceiling aside from the one spot for the water to all glass instead to get the extra, as much greenhouse effect as I can. Because I'm only getting 120. He's trying to get to it. Come on, man. Keep an eye on them for now, but I'll figure that out later when I have some time. I really gotta get pulling the trigger on this cave. What the people came for, you know? save that for later. The crickets are back and they want blood. No, that's crazy though. That sucks. Swear I'm going insane. And yeah, it'll take a cricket to do that to people, you know? The ever so elusive crickets. So I think one managed to get inside the house and is in my room. Damn. We'll get a bunch of them in our basement every now and then, and that's just annoying. So I can only imagine. They out there throwing their sounds all around that room. Probably. More than likely, just one. Just driving you insane. I could see that. I don't remember how many rockets is usually a good amount for this boss. I feel like 20, but I feel like, I don't know, kind of iffy on that even. Also, that's if I manage to get to the boss, but, you know, I'm feeling confident. I feel like all I really need is the grappling hooks, and I could have managed a lot of the areas that I was normally stuck in. Not the shield I was looking for. It's in here. this one just in case I screw this up. I'll bring 30. Fuck it. Full send. We're here for a good time, not a long time. Okay, I'm gonna leave this one here. Right? The tech replicator, ASMR. It's the real reason people are showing up. I'm gonna take the summer Draklin with me. I'll have a companion, the Drakling. The only issue with the companion is, one, I don't know where he is right now. And two, just don't need to pick in fights with absolutely everything. Where is this thing right now? Does it not work? I'm not supposed to whistle him? What does that do? Oh, there it is. What the hell? Why'd you disappear? All right. Think I'm good to go and give this a solid try. I guess, let me quickly do one little thing. Get a little more crystal. I'm gonna go in with, if I can go in with at least 20 rockets, I think I'd feel a little more comfortable. The thing about these bosses in this game and region, oh, and I should probably also pull out a, oh, never mind. Well, I could cryopod it. Let's say an otter. But my only issue or worry is the rockets, and then I was gonna say, oh yeah, when it comes to the bosses in these caves, they are stronger depending on how many more people are with you, but you also get better loot depending on that as well. So if it's just by myself, he shouldn't be as strong as can possibly be. So I feel like I have good odds against him. Oh, come on. I totally grabbed him. You know, I didn't say anything about on YouTube's end. On YouTube's end, it's the first time I'm seeing these icons by everyone's name. and whole top fan things. I wonder if that's just something new they're rolling out, if I hit a certain threshold and that's something that's happening. I have no idea. But it's interesting. I don't know if you guys can see that as well. Because I did not do anything different from my usual setup. Ooh, okay. Damn, tech replicator, chill. I did not need you to fly through it that fast. He's like, you want rockets, homie? I got you. It's a little much. Yo, what's up, Purple Heart? Whoop, whoop. It's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop. It's a good timing, Wolf. About to check out this, why does he have so much oil on him? That's great, but I don't remember grabbing that much. Oh, I think it's when I grabbed it with Russell, from Russell. Alright, cool. About to head into the jungle cave, finally. Actually, this time. Last time I had that as the thumbnail, and then we spent the whole day getting wyvern eggs. It's just something that happened, but it's pretty good. It was a good time. But also got to learn some fun things about this game and some of the newer things with it. How's it going, Purple Heart? Hello, hello, hello. Like, Wolf, did you know with the Draklings, the summer and the winter one have a passive when it comes to meat in their inventory? The summer one will actually cook the meat in its inventory. If he's not eating it. But the winter one will actually preserve it like a freezer. I was like, that's insane. That was blowing my mind. Nice play. Appreciate it. There it is, see? Look, he's cooking it. That's crazy. I tried doing it with the other Draklings and it didn't work, so it's very interesting to figure that out. Very cool. I think I have everything I needed. Oh, I didn't grab an otter. Son of a bitch. It's alright. We'll recover from this. I don't know which artifact it is, but if I can start knocking out these caves, I feel like the next rational cave to even try to do would be the ice one. Still a little bit worried about that, but that one I think has 2 artifacts in it, and then I think the desert cave, well, we need to do the carnivorous cave. That one should be more or less easy. Nice chatting with you, Purple Heart. Good night. It was in and out. Fair enough. What did I say I was gonna do? Otter. Otter. Let me go get a cryopod. Nice play. Goodbye. Whoop. Sometimes the way people talk in here, I'm like, are they hearing me? Yesterday I had somebody jump into the chat and they were like, hey, hi, hello. And I'm like, yeah, hi, hello. And they're like, talk to me, and or say something, and I was like, I am. And they were acting like I wasn't saying anything. So I was like, is this some bot behavior or what's going on? Do they know I'm talking to them? I'm saying their name. Is some other weird stuff I have to worry about while streaming? I don't know. But it sure is weird. Let's get the otter. Some health, add some weight. That's, oh yeah, you need melee. Why is the otter's health so low? It's gross. Well. Time to full send this. That's right. We're going to have a super successful run here. I just feel it in my meat bones. Oh, no way. Is this how I find out Brussels on? I mean, if I can get him to jump in the chat, you might just have to hear my successful cave run. You know? It's all about winning. That's what we're going to do here today. Let's see if I can get his attention. Yeah, look at his base coming along. I was hoping my head was gonna poke. Oh, he's down here. Wanted to poke out and bother him. I'm joking. There you go. I'm just gonna tell him about this jungle cave. Wish me luck. Ellipsis Tora. Really gonna have to get a conversation with Dylan and Russell about jumping into a game of Remnant 2, doing our Remnant 2 game, possibly getting a hardcore mode of that game going with permadeaths and all. I feel like that would be a good time. Heading the wrong way. Like you can see the number of deaths, and that's exactly where the cave's at. I think I overshot the entrance. Yeah, sure did. Somewhere over here. There it is. Dar, she blow. Ooh, game did not like that. Let's see if we get any more of these weird glitches too. Alright, you. What are you on? You are on attacking my target. Sick. Behave yourself. I shall return victorious. Alright, you. Don't you have like a shadow clone form? What's going on here? Oh. Did I not do that right? Deer fox. What's that? Oh crap, I just called him to me. Okay. What's going on? Shows? Oh, there we go. This is weird. And then your passive thing was on speed. Let's put it on defense. Did I do that right? Okay. What does this buff do for me? Okay. Yep. Alright. As long as this thing doesn't start stepping on all these traps, we should be good. Which I feel like it will, but will it affect me? Hopefully not. There's all the traps going off. Okay. Alright, we're in here. Oh shit, you know what I didn't do? Oh, I need to be landed for that. Are they fighting things down below already? Oh my god. Well, whatever. They're a companion. If they die, they'll come back. Hopefully they're successful. I need to do that. I thought they were only attack things that were attacking me. Come on now. Look at this stuck in the wall spider. Trying to jump me. I don't know what's going on with the companion. Hopefully it survives that ordeal. And hopefully I don't fall. There we go. Can't help but feel like I'm getting attacked by some, wall creatures. Spider. Ooh. It was garbage. I shouldn't have taken that many hits. Should have switched to first person perspective, honestly. Does it feel like extra dark? Your companion has run out of health. Good job, buddy. Yeah. Well, was it worth it? Going unhinged and attacking everything right off rip. What a crazy fox dog. Well, now it's just me and the Drakling. And our road to victory. Centipedes. The main things that are gonna be tripping me out. I'm not trying to have my armor obliterated. Well, let's take some time to recuperate here for a second. What happens if I do that? Okay, yep, I'm still recovering. Oof. Alright. There's something going on with my screen. I feel like this is... Maybe I just went in here during daytime and a lot more light gets in. I don't know. Feels a lot darker in here. Whatever. Oof. Okay. Oh, no way. Yeah, parcel tongued him to death. There we go. Spitting that hot fire. Woo. What? That miss. There we go. dung beetle. Oops. Sorry, dung beetle. Flaming arrows are pretty dope. Never really used them before. Damn it, I missed. Oh, I missed. Ooh! Run! Woo! No, I missed. Oh, come on, I'm stuck. I didn't mean to do that. Alright, this is going to be the dangerous part. I should have made sure all my shit was reloaded. Okay, or don't. Damn it. What kind of crap is this? Malarkey. Oh my god. Jesus, 270 is crazy. Lob shot. I was way over. There we go. I'm missing these bats. There we go. Oh god! I was not expecting to be on my ass right there. Trippy. Why isn't my... Okay. That was weird. Are you on passive? This wyvern should be Okay, dude, what the hell is that? Alright. He is on passive. Okay. That's what I thought. I was like, this is kind of whack. Hey, you want to stand still for a second? I know you're trying to eat. There we go. I felt something was off. I was like, I feel like I should be getting a little more backup here. thought you were shooting bugs, but I was like, no, that's too much. Finally, I get to look at my phone, and you are shooting bugs. I absolutely am shooting bugs. Spiders, centipedes, and scorpions. But they are huge. And the centipedes, or whatever you want to call them, I forgot what they're called exactly, are probably the worst because they can destroy all my armor if they spit their acid on me. It's another part I gotta be really careful on. Ugh, I don't want to ruin this. Should I just be very skittish and do the whole grappling hook route? I feel like on the surface this looks fine. I just don't want to. Well, you know, I'll have the grappling hook on me. Ooh. Okay, we're good. That was maybe you punching. Yeah, punching a bunch of scorpions and whatnot. This is the only part I really don't like about this cave. Coming up here. There are so many bats. I don't know what the best route for me to... Should I just go directly, try to bypass them all with the grappling hook? Or try to pick them off? I feel like once I aggro one, they're all going to start heading towards me. I'm not trying to get knocked off over here either. Oh, I almost overshot that. That's crazy. Huh. Because I feel like I could probably overshoot a ton of them with the grappling hook, but I would miss out on the loot drops. But there's an artifact at the end and a boss fight at the end I still have to get through. Oh, no. I did something I forgot I shouldn't have done. I might not be able to get to the boss fight. I was supposed to bring a pickaxe with me. They have one of those areas where it's blocked off by crystal. Then yes, take the easy route. We'll see. We'll see if it can be easy. Alright. Going above them all. Oh, shit. Definitely got one. Two. No! I was trying to get my drink the potion in time. Oh no. I failed. The only option now is if I can actually make it back to my spot. Oh no, I'm at Russell's base. No. You didn't have to see this. He's like, what happened? So don't worry about that. Everything's totally fine. Got everything under control. Fuck. Well. That's not a good, Those bats do so much damage. Ooh! I gotta hope nothing respawned and I can make these jumps. No! My Drakling! He died to a stupid bat. Oh, I totally biffed that jump. Oh, oh, oh. Come on. Alright. Oh, oh, there we go. First jump done. Second jump's gonna get me. They are also very huge. Oh, it's a do. Which way do I jump? Do I try jumping this way? Oh, that was bad. That was horrible. He says good luck after I've already died. Oh, jerk. Only I could raise my hands above my head and pull myself up. What? Alright. I'm totally gonna die down here again. Is there even a way out of this pit without... I've never... Ooh. Oh, I'm totally cooked here. Wanna go down, huh? I'll fight all of you. Let me at 'em. You guys ain't shit. Well, failed jungle attempt. Can I bring a tame in there? And what would be the best tame to bring in there? I could try a Thylo. Let's just quickly check to see if I can bring a Thylacoleo over there and just start running it through. I don't know if I'd say run it through, but it'd be better than just bare bones, my bare bones naked attempt, you know? We're gonna try it out. We're gonna try it. Ooh, I forgot to grab the saddle for the Thalat and a cryo pot. Oh yeah, this thing should be following me. It's my old geezer. It's a Thylacoleo. Just in case he doesn't make it, I'll take my second best saddle. Oh yeah, I gotta throw him out. And I'll bring another Drakling. I'm okay with losing the summer and I think the fall one just because they weren't max level ones. The winter and the spring one I believe were my max level Draklings that I want to kind of hold on to. Or if they weren't max level, they were pretty decently high up there. What level was the one I lost? 260. Damn, he was up there. After I poured some levels into him though. Or maybe it was the summer one that was maxed. Whoops. Whatever. Point is, they're pretty easy to tame as well. So, I'll deal with that later. I think this one gives me a melee bonus too though, so for the fall, it does. Hopefully that bids well on this Thylacoleo. I got an Ice Wyvern today. Hell yeah. Good stats and everything too? Good level, good stats, hopefully. Fingers crossed. We got a big update supposed to be dropping tomorrow. I highly doubt it will, but I guess if it does, we'll be getting the summer event on top of a lot of quality of life changes, including the numlock basically being able to hold moving forward, which I'm very stoked for, especially in some of these flyers. I'm gonna be abusing the hell out of that. Might be forgetting to turn it off is gonna be the issue. Oh shit, I just walked off the edge because it wasn't... I was still on numlock. I was out flying around looking for some metal and whatnot, and saw a bright blue egg on a peak, so swooped in and grabbed it on the Griffin. Hell yeah. You're in and out. Snatch and grab. Somebody's got a bed going on over here. There's Dylan. Wonder if this is just a testing area that Dylan was trying out or something. Alright, let's see if this Thalicolio can handle the cave, and we can... We'll see... Oh, you know what? I also gotta do... I gotta make sure this little trackling isn't also on passive. It isn't. Sweet. Okay, well, maybe I should have waited. Or... run past it all. Alright. Hopefully he didn't take too many hits. Hopefully I didn't take too many hits. Alright, I think we're good. I'd say they're really just gonna let me swoop on by. No way, is he on the line? He is. Oh, what a shit. So the issue with this cave used to be you never used to be able to bring mounts in except for like if you had cryopods. Oh shit. Unless you had cryopods on, because there are a lot of these areas you had to like crouch under and that was the only way you could get through it, but they opened them up with them being on Ragnarok on this Survival Ascended, so... Just gotta jump up here. I didn't miss that jump, but I did, so... Oh, I can't see anything now. Oh, great. Can we back it down? What are we doing? Yeah. I'm even where I need to be. I can barely even see. I think I'm just under. Oh. Nope, I don't think so. Oh, this is getting confusing. Too much vine, too many vines, too many wall centipedes shooting venom at me. Okay, so he can't fit through there. Oh no. Alright, that's not good. Dude, come on. Ugh, he's like stuck up there right now. Great. Oh wait, hold on. I'm being silly. Can you please turn around? Come on. Is he really stuck in the wall right now? Oh my god. That's not good. Feeling like this is not the answer. Oh, there's more traps down here. What the hell? Oh, oh, oh! This is huge. This is huge. We're on the okay. So they respawn, which is not good. No, 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 no! Let me get through. Let me get through. All right. All right, all right, all right. This is not all lost. Oh no, not the web, not the web. Oh no, you bastards! Oh, that's so shiesty. Y'all just had to be respawned. That's garbage. Y'all are a bunch of punks. Alright. Russell just got on. So that's why he's not playing with me. I'm assuming he was on earlier, or Dylan, it looked like he was on earlier. He might have called it a night. I'm not sure. I didn't kind of check with them before doing this, but I wanted to give this a good, earnest try regardless. I wasn't going to pester them. See, I was going to ask Russell to jump in. The only issue with having Russell jump in, he would want to prep for this, rightfully so, and to prep for it would take probably about an hour or so's time to fully prep and get ready for all this. So that's the only reason I'm not asking him. It'd be like a big time waste. They're not waste, but I'd have to wait a while. So that's the only reason I'm not asking him. Looking at my options right now. You know, the Beezle Bufo with a good saddle might be the answer here. Do I have a good saddle for the Beezle? Decent. I'm gonna go back in there. I mean, I got the shit I got in there. And if I can get the Thylacoleo resaddled up, I do still have high hopes that he can make and kill the majority of everything in there. As long as he doesn't get killed himself. What the hell? Okay. Nope, I don't need the baby. I need the... There we go. That's right. I'm gonna rectify this situation. You're gonna lose your stuff. I'm only taking stuff I'm willing to part with, more or less. I appreciate you dropping by, Alpha. I appreciate the Superman talk, even if we don't fully see eye to eye with that. But you know, feel like we got some good understanding there. And yeah, you have a good night as well. Thank you for jumping in and chit chat. Yeah, so far everything I've taken in there, I'm okay with losing. The real answer, we already know what it is, and that's bringing the gators in there and just leaving them in there to decimate everything. I'll just bring a gator for each little section of that map. Or that little cave. Every section of the cave is a gator. Waiting to obliterate everything. Honestly, that might be what it ends up coming down to. We'll see, though. This will probably be one of the last tries I go for. If I can't get it here, then I'll probably call it and have to figure out an entirely different plan of approach. Maybe actually plan it with Dylan and Russell prior, which is always a smart move, but I just felt pretty confident, you know, I had to say. I'm still do, which is weird, but I feel like I have the tools. I just need to be able to utilize them properly. I feel like I made some bad decisions is all. Alright, here we go. I choose you, Diesel Bufo. Oh shit. Oh, I didn't want it to fall. But we're good. Oh, come on. Just need to figure out how to get to the Thalacoleo and I'm good. I've never navigated the bottom part of the jungle. I've always been able to make it to the top part and make it through without any issue. This bottom part is quite the maze. Oh my god. It's like a separate entrance? I never knew that. Wait, I think I did know that. But that's odd. I totally forgot there was a separate entrance for this. Well, good news is I'm still alive on the Beazle. Bad news is health isn't looking too pretty. I just need to make it to the Thylo. Who got stuck? I gotta get him unstuck. Oops, wrong way. Oh, come on. Let me through. I now know what punching sounds like. If you're talking about all those hits, it wasn't actually punches. Most of those hits were from the frog's tongue. And this is him walking around. That's a jump. Jumps right there. Yeah. Yeah, all those were tongue shots from the tongue. Whoa. Feeling froggy? Sure am. I'm watching this girl reunite with her biological family after 23 years never meeting them. 'Tis neat. That's a nice wholesome video, right? Okay. There's gonna be an issue though. Actually, maybe not. This might actually be perfect. We'll see. Can I cryopod him while I'm... Yeah, while I'm saddled. Alright, we're good. We got the Thalacoleo. Next part would be to make it... Dude, they really don't... I thought this opening would have been perfect for the frog. Just too big. That's okay. I have another cryopod. Get him in the cryopod. Throw the Thylo out, and we're back in business. Like nothing even happened. It'll really be like nothing even happened if I can get back to my original body. I hope I still have enough time. I could be SOL on that front, but we'll find out. That's not so fun, huh? When I can take all those hits. Oh, great. Now I gotta be careful. Yeah, we got some bats lurking. Some good, decent level bats, too. So these guys can take a little bit to dwindle down, unfortunately. My only concern with the Thylo after I get past this initial part right here is going to be the jumps. Last thing I need is him just straight diving in the lava with me on his back and us both just dying. That's possible. It's totally a possible thing that can happen. Okay. Oh, that was weird. Okay. Yep. Ooh, Lord of Jesus. You calm down now. Oh man, it looks like so dicey. I could technically cryopod him, make the jumps myself. I'm still worried about that. You know what? I feel like I should be able to do this. Alright, guys. For Gryffindor. And he just dives right into the lava. We'll find out. Let's go. Woo, that was scary. Alright. First jump, good. More or less. I just want to get around this. Alright, I feel like this would be good to go once I make this jump. I'm just gonna have to fight hordes of ooh, this alright, that was too creepy. These bats in there catching crunch ass fucking. Okay, this is looking. As long as I don't do anything stupid, which I thought was just there. Come on, climb. Relax. He's stuck on that? He can't jump that up? That's crazy. Ooh, careful. Yeah, I think this is where I died originally. I think I did, in fact, lose all my shit. That sucks. Try and clear out some of this. Unless the bag went invisible, which I think I would have seen it or something. Well, let's make this attempt not, go to waste. Can at least make it down and grab the artifact and dip out. Not gonna be the boss fight, unfortunately, because I still didn't even bring a pickaxe, and I lost all my rockets. 20 rockets gone. Oof. Well, now I know. Bring a Thalicolio and a Beelzebufo. don't mess up this next jump, right? Because I don't have the crossbow with the grappling hooks on me. It's gonna be scary. This is probably gonna be the scariest part right here. Oh, that was like perfect. That's all good. It's part of the game. You get arced. You get back into it as best you can. All right. I'm just happy to, honestly, getting the artifact is huge. Because the main thing I want... Ooh, that was dicey. The main thing I want to be able to do is do the main boss fight. And if we have all the artifacts, we can do the main boss fight. So all the other things were just bells and whistles. Doing the cave boss fight in this one was just a bell and whistle. I want to do the actual boss fight that'll give us element. And if I have all the artifacts, we can do that. The cave boss fight would have just gave us a nice loot drop for random items and whatnot. With no element, unfortunately. So getting the artifacts to do the boss fights that get me element is where it's at. Is the actual reward. And you know, look, I can still get these, I kill these bats and other creatures. I can get the loot drop that's right here. Maybe it'll be something decent. It'll be a rocket with a bunch of or a rocket launcher with a bunch of rockets. That'd be hilarious. Oh my, holy bats. You know, what I should do next time I come in here. Ooh, careful, careful, careful. Yes, we're just gonna harvest. Bring a gator, bring like possibly a bunch of stone to overweight, like over encumber it. And then just have him chill in this area so he doesn't, what the hell? Can I not get this artifact? Or loot crate? Oh, the game's bugged or something. I gotta reset. I'm gonna do a reconnect. Give me a second here. Hopefully reconnecting in the cave doesn't break my game. Oh, okay, I didn't even see this, my bad. There's a channel on YouTube called Relative Race where they reunite people after long times, but they keep the tissues close. Oh, but keep the tissues close for sure. There we go. It is a Bronto saddle and a Iguanodon saddle with some meat. No, not the worst, not the best. Ooh, I almost punched that. Wonder if I can get to that loot crate that's at the top there without... Normally we'd have to use our grappling hooks to get that one since it's such a weird spot, but I wonder if I can get it with the silo. Oh no, they added stairs. Or were the stairs always there? I don't remember them being there. I'm about to find out. Very narrow-ass stairs. Gigantoraptors. What a bastard, dude. How are they going to have items for creatures they don't even allow on this map? It's a really good Gigantoraptor saddle, but I can't even bring my Gigantoraptor into the game because of the settings for some reason. Or whatever Ark has done. Alright. We'll take it as a win. We got the artifact. Huh. Alright, sorry. I was just thinking about something. I'm fairly certain I double-checked everywhere I could have. Now, this is the only other dicey situation here. How to make this jump. I'm gonna try full send it. Oh, we're good. I've been worrying too much about the jumps, but everything's been pretty decent. Yeah, I fought them bats for revenge. Absolutely. It's a personal this time. You guys ate too much of my dinos, killed my little draklings. I'm only honestly bummed about the summer one. The autumn one was a low level. I just wanted to tame it to get to see what the buff was. The summer one does suck on losing that one. At least it wasn't my spring one, but I knew better than to bring the spring one. Ask me about the revenge tomorrow. Okay. I have to like start writing these down because I was supposed to ask you about the arc theory you had as well. Alright. I mean, technically I could just re-cryopod this thing and dip out of here as well, but the Beelzebufo was really easy to navigate, being a lot smaller. Decisions. Take the hide. Why not? And then I'll have you drop it. Yeah, I'll just cryopod you. Unfortunate this thing. Oh, he got a lot of health back. Holy, I didn't think he'd get that much health back. Okay. Just need to make it out of here. Let's try to not get involved with too many of these other fights. Unless we have to. Gotta make it past the other bridge and then make a bunch of hops out of here and I should be good to go. Alright, cleared the second bridge. Guess kill these spiders since they're gonna web me. Then make a bunch of hops. One, two. Oh, that one was... Oh, my game is not happy right now. Oh, we're good. Oh, something attacked my wyverns. You know what? For what it's worth, now I have a better understanding of the course of action to be taken with this cave. Gonna be rocking the Beelzebufo Thalacoleo team up. I got the artifact, didn't kill the boss, but getting the artifact was huge. One less artifact to have to worry about so we can run this boss fight. And yeah, let's get these wyverns back to base, get myself back to base, and then we'll call it a night. Hi, how are you? What games do you mostly play? I've been playing a lot of Ark, and I've been playing some Monster Hunter Wilds as well. It's been a lot of, or those two, I mean, I play a lot of other games, it's just those two have been my hyper focuses of lately. Wanted to check something. I'm super into Souls games myself. Played the Elden Ring DLC, Lies of P, and Dead by Daylight a lot. You try any of those? Absolutely. A lot of those. Loved the Elden Ring base game and the DLC. Absolutely amazing. Lies of P, I never got to give that one a try. It has been one that's been on my radar, just never fully pulled the trigger on it. So I'll have to eventually play that one because I know that that DLC recently dropped for that one and it was well received. So, and used to play Dead by Daylight a lot as well. I don't really play a lot of it anymore. But that was fun when I did. Yeah, it's been a while since me and my buddies have even gotten on Dead by Daylight, but that was fun. A lot of fun moments for sure. Do you check out Night Ring for the Elden Ring? I have not checked that one out yet. I know it's kind of like a mixed bag of if people really like it or not, just because it is a unique twist on the genre. Cool, but sadly I don't get much time for games now. College and work got me busy. That is absolutely fair and understandable, and it is a bummer when life gets in the way of gaming, right? But it happens for sure. I'm very fortunate to be able to play as much as I do. Gotta make it back to the old casa. Anyway. Alright, look at my champions. My little frog and my cracked out tiger. The MVPs for tonight. Saving my ass in the cave. Damn, I was really hoping I could have got back to my body in time. It would have been really nice. But, like I said, the main thing was to be able to at least get one artifact. But that cave only had one, so there's 3 other caves I've still yet to go throughout. One of them should be relatively easy because of how big it is. I should be able to bring... I'm really believing I could just steamroll it with the gator. Probably just take one gator and steamroll the whole thing, but I could always take multiples and have that reassurance. Oh, come on. I know I got that prompt. What are you doing? Hey, my companion's back after being dead for like... That cooldown is crazy. It's gone for quite some time. Alright, we'll leave the wyvern out. Oh, I can take a look and see if... what's the robot doing? Oh, he's turning invisible. Oh, but he filled up the... He did fill up the fertilizer. Wait, did he? No, it looked like it for a split second there. Guess he did not. Ugh, I'm gonna have to figure him out. He's probably invisibly running right into the, that section over there. might have to reset everything. Hey, but there we go. We got the berries passively going through into the trough. That's working beautifully. It's a good start on that. So I'll have to revise that a little bit to make it a little more fruitful with its production. Alright, put this away. I'm so mad about this Gigantoraptor saddle. They're bogus for like teasing me with that one. Why are you showing me something I can't have? Take this hide. Alright. I lost two Dracklings. What else did I lose? I lost armor, weapons. Yeah, I mean, nothing I can't replace, and I do have better versions of pretty much all of those items I had and brought. So, at least this time I know going in to the jungle cave at least, just bring what the tames, have them do most of the legwork as far as killing off the creatures in there. And then make sure to bring a pickaxe to chop down the crystal, bring the rocket launchers and whatnot. Actually, that's sick too with the mounts too, because I can still probably ride one of the mounts to tank most of the damage from the lava golem. Although that's gonna be an issue. We're gonna have to find out how much damage. I remember he does like a crazy amount of damage, so the issue there might lie in he might absolutely wreck any tame in there with like a couple rocks. So unless we're like positioned in a certain way when he chucks those giant rocks. But if I bring a really good shield or just rock the tame that can tank a lot of that damage while shooting rockets at him, maybe I might want to bring a gator. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. Yeah, Sir, what is it? I don't even remember what his name is. Sir something. Sir 5RM8. Is this supposed to be something? Fiber mate? Could name him something else. Ooh, I don't want to demolish him. That's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, he has a visual glitch. I thought they would have adjusted and fixed, but he has one. When you leave the render distance, he's still here, but he turns invisible, and that's not fun. I'd have to reset him, and I can do that, but it's just annoying. And yeah, I got to figure out how I can get him. I thought this little staircase I put on the end of my thing, he could have used it easily, but for some reason he's just running directly in the middle of the cart, doing nothing. He's trying to get to those other crop plots, but he can't. Alright. I'm gonna call it a night. So, thank you everybody who jumped in, chatted in all the different chats. It was fun engaging with you guys, talking superhero comics and everything else. I'm happy to hear from a lot of you guys, a lot of returning faces. Always nice and cool to see a lot of you guys in here. I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your night. I'll be on tomorrow night. I was just thinking about that. Yeah, so I should be on same time tomorrow night. Hopefully I can rally some troops and get some maybe help from Dylan and Russell. Or maybe I can, now that I have a better understanding of this cave, I can steamroll it myself. In the end, I did get the artifact I wanted. Speaking of which, I could slot that into the transmitter. Even if I had one, any duplicate will be welcome, which I guess I did. So it's good to know that I have one already. I know I'm missing, how many? I'm missing 4. I'm missing the Cunning, the Devious, the Skylord, and the Pack. And I'm pretty sure the majority of these are in the Desert Cave, unfortunately. So, we will figure that out. We'll get that adjusted. I know Russell's got a couple of artifacts at his base. I don't know which ones he does or doesn't have, so yeah. With that being said, thank you everybody. You guys have a wonderful night. Keep being awesome, keep being amazing, and keep catching them W's. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.